Hi, I'm Ryan Trey.
I'm Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson, and I am ready to head out west with Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, please. Welcome back to another episode of Red Dead Redemption on Insider Moves. On this episode, we are all in, totally committed to covering the most extensive achievement in the entire game, Redeemer.
Now, this achievement is one you are going to be very proud of. It requires you to earn a full 100 on your completion percentage. Now, I have to be honest with you, I haven't done this yet.
Now, obviously I have, otherwise we couldn't do the episode, but it is the very first Rockstar game that I have ever gotten 100% on, so I was so excited when I got this.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, now, Ryan, let's get started. First off, story missions. These are pretty basic.
Yeah, these don't need a great deal of explanation. There are 57 total story missions, and Larry, I think you can back me up on this. When you finish the game, you will know you finished the game.
There is no mistake. You're going to put your controller down and go, yep, that's it.
Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
All right, next up are complete all 7 hideouts. Kind of the trick here, what's a little bit confusing is that you'll go to these places during the story, right? I mean, you remember going to like Tumbleweed and clearing that out for a story mission. Once you're there in the story, it doesn't actually count. You actually have to go back to that area outside of the story, complete it independent of the plot, and then it'll count towards that 100% achievement.
Good tip. All right, now mini-games. There's actually a bunch of little mini-games spread across the region, right, Ryan?
Yeah, you've got poker, you've got blackjack, you've got liar's dice, you've got arm wrestling, you've got my personal favorite, which is five-finger fillet.
And it's exactly like it sounds.
Yes, it's, when you hit yourself on the five-finger fillet. I mean, I will actually, in fact, earlier when I was doing video capture for this episode, I flinched when I hit myself and got laughed at by one of our coworkers, because he's not very nice.
He's not very nice. Now, you have to remember, you don't have to complete every mini-game location, you just have to complete one of each type.
Yeah, you have to win one of each type. So there might be five-finger fillet locations, let's say, around the world. As long as you just win one, clear it out of all competitors, that counts. So do that for each minigame type and you're good.
Who's next?
All right, map locations. Oh, how are we going to do this?
Well, so for map locations, you could be manual, right?
Right.
You could go the hard-working way, which is to literally stumble across each location on the map, but that's insane.
Right. Go buy a map.
Yes, go buy a map. The general store. So if you go to the general store and let's say Armadillo, these general stores have the maps that'll unlock all the landmarks on the map, which is what this part of the 100% requires.
So once you buy the map, boom, they're unlocked.
Yeah, and the maps will cover absolutely every location, so you don't have to find any of them manually.
All right, next up, houses. Now, how many houses are there?
There are 13 total house locations. Really, the only confusing part about this is that some you can buy and some you can rent. You just need to buy or rent each one. Yes, you do need to rent a house. If you find it and it's available for rent, just do it one time, and that'll count. But, really, you should buy, right? Because it's all about equity. I mean, if you're renting, you're just flushing money down the drain. You ain't no kind of man unless you own land. I'm just going to put it to you that way.
That's exactly what I say. All right, next up, now once you have your land, you got to defend it.
This is a true story, and what better way? What better way to defend your land in the Wild West than a semi-automatic shotgun?
There's 5 rare weapons in the game, right?
Yeah, the 5 rare weapons are another part of the 100% completion percentage. And they are located in 2 places. You'll find 2 down in Escalera, Mexico, and you'll find 3 up in Blackwater.
Now, here's something that you taught me.
Yeah, I could have believed that you didn't know about the ambient challenges.
Ambient challenges? Who knew?
I mean, so poor Larry's going through how much of the game? How much of the game?
I've completed the game.
Right, but how much of the game before you even knew about the ambient challenges?
I've completed the game.
Wow.
Most of the game.
Okay, all right. I'll let the community make of that what they will.
Yeah.
But the ambient challenges, which are hunting, survivalist, sharpshooting, and treasure hunting, they all have to be completed through to rank 10. And I would say survivalist and treasure hunting you just need to be dedicated.
Now, the key here is that these challenges, you have to go into the menu and find out your status.
Yeah, you can go into the menu, you'll find out exactly where you are on each challenge and what you need to do next. The last hunting and sharpshooting challenges require just a little bit of explanation. For hunting, you have to go after these legendary animals. And what's a little bit confusing here is you go to the challenge, it'll tell you kind of the basic location, but it will not mark it on your map. So all you really need to do is look at the name of the location, then go to your map and zoom all the way in so those tiny little landmarks are actually notated on the map. Then scan around, find the location you need to be, go there and you'll have to patrol for a little bit. It's not like you step foot right on the location and the legendary animal pops up and goes, "Hey, shoot me."
The world has to come to life.
Yeah, a little bit. But if you patrol around, they should pop up. For the last sharpshooting challenge, this one's rough. So you have to disarm 6 people without ever reloading your weapon. Yeah, it sounds brutal, and I think kind of the common thing that most people are going to try to do is they're going to try to use Deadeye. The problem with Deadeye is that once you use it, it automatically reloads your weapon. So that screws you out of the challenge.
Right, so don't use Deadeye.
Well, see, that's the thing. We can short-circuit this challenge by doing a little something. So here's what you do. You take a weapon, let's say you want a weapon that has a lot of bullets in it, like so one of the later repeaters, or maybe even one of the later pistols. You take that and you shoot out every single bullet you have except for 1 clip. Now, if you've only got 1 clip of bullets and you go into Deadeye, it can't reload because there are no bullets to go to.
So you need 1 clip only.
1 clip only, and then you can, if you wanted to, do 6 manual Deadeyes, disarm, and get this challenge. It's a much easier way. Trust me, doing it manually is brutal.
Got it. All right, so you've got your land, you've got your great weapons, you got some of these challenge. Now you got to look good.
Yeah, and to me, what is Red Dead Redemption without outfits? I mean, you got to look. I'm not going to wear the same outfit back-to-back days. That's passé.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about that because for some reason for the past month you've been coming to work in a poncho.
Well, and for good reason. Because while I was in Mexico in Red Dead Redemption, I felt it was necessary to really feel part of the game. You know, it's part of the immersion.
And you look good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You got to explain it now.
But I digress. So the only thing to really know about the outfits, they're pretty self-explanatory. As you unlock access to them, just like the ambient challenges, go into the menu, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do.
Right.
So it's no real tips required. Just pay very close attention.
Now, in any great world, there's always some random strangers.
Yes, there are. And there are 18 strangers in Red Dead Redemption. They won't show up initially until you actually find them. So you have to be by their location, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up on your map. Just be dedicated. Just explore the world, and you should find these guys. The only one I would kind of mention, I would point out, I see a lot of people miss this stranger, is the Aztec Gold Stranger in the very far south. About as far south as you can go in Mexico. You'll see it right here on the map.
Okay, good to know. All right, man. Next up is jobs. It's time to earn a day's pay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all about violence and killing in Red Dead. Sometimes it's about an honest day's work. There are 2 types of jobs in Red Dead you'll need to complete. One is horse breaking, the other is night watch jobs. There are 2 horse breaking jobs, one in Ridgewood Farm and one in Chuparosa. There are 3 night watch jobs, one in McFarland's Ranch, one in Chuparosa, and one in Blackwater. You just need to complete them 1 time. You don't need to keep going back to them. Just complete them once, you're good to go.
All right, finally we have bounties.
All right, so here's what you need to know. It's all about the locations, not the individual bounty targets.
And also, I want to point out, this isn't the bounties that are put on you. This is about bounties you're going after.
You know what? That's a good point. Didn't even think about that. So as far as the bounty locations go, there are 8 in New Austin, 8 in Mexico, and 4 up by Blackwater and Tall Trees. Get to all those locations and you will complete this portion of the 100%. You can also check this in the stats menu. So that is it. We have now covered every single portion of how to get to the 100% Redeemer achievement.
Absolutely no excuses. Now I need to do it.
Exactly. 100 gamer score. How can you resist that?
I know. All right, so there we go. We hope that helps you out and try to get your 100 points. I know it's helped me.
And, well, I mean, I did it, so obviously it helped me.
There you go.
Thanks, everyone, for watching Inside Xbox, and good luck.
Hey, wait up!